We're about to install the Hamilton Upgrade Kit for CarPlay and Android Auto into this 2017 Subaru Outback. We sell these upgrade kits for almost every model of Subaru. Let's get started. We're going to start by removing this lower trim panel here. You may need to use a trim pry tool or a credit card to get it started. Reach under the bottom and pop it up. Then come across to the driver's side and free it. We'll take this panel and set it aside. We're now going to move up to this air vent panel here. Use a trim pry tool or a credit card to get under the side and pop it out. Then you can take your credit card or trim pry tool and work across the top. And just like that, we have it free from the vehicle. Disconnect this harness here for the hazard. Press down on the tab and slide it out. We'll set this panel aside. Now we're going to use a large Phillips head screwdriver and we're going to remove 2 Phillips head screws. Set these in a safe place. With the screws removed, we can reach under the climate control panel and free it from the vehicle. There'll be a harness to disconnect. Press down on the tab, take it out. We'll set this in a safe place. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 4 screws removed, let's take a towel or a blanket. Make sure you protect your center console. We'll pop the radio directly out and we'll set it here. You can now disconnect every harness behind the factory radio. Press down on the tabs one by one and slide them out. Some of them may be a little more difficult. Focus putting the pressure on the harness connector itself instead of pulling on the wires. There's a couple special harnesses. This one has a little tab on the top that you press down, it'll slide straight out. This one is a pin that slides directly off. With the harnesses disconnected, let's take the radio inside. We'll do the next step. We've got the factory radio on our bench now, and we're about to install the Hamilton Upgrade Kit. This upgrade kit is going to install physically onto this device between the radio and the screen, and that will allow the Hamilton Upgrade Kit to preserve top quality graphics. Let's do it. We need to begin by removing these 6 Phillips head screws on either side. You're going to want a large Phillips head screwdriver for this. The bigger the screwdriver, the more torque you can create, and you don't want to strip these screws. So you'll grip it, and you'll thread them counterclockwise. Once again, you want to use a really big screwdriver. It'll make this easier. We'll take this bracket off, we'll turn it around and repeat on the other side. Now, with the screws removed, we've got the brackets separated from the head unit, and this is the XM module. We will be reinstalling this at the end. We've covered the table in soft towels to protect the unit while we're working on it. I'm now going to use a smaller screwdriver and take these 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws off around the factory radio. With the screws removed, we're now going to work to separate the screen that's part of the black plastic from this metal frame. We have these clips holding it together here. I'm going to start on one side and I'm going to lift up gently on these clips. And I'm going to create a lot of gap between the metal and the screen. Then I can move to the sides. see the screen is starting to separate from the radio. So I'm going around the radio and I'm pressing up on the clip, down on the screen, and just like that it'll separate. Now, don't immediately yank this apart. You can see we have this ribbon cable in here. To remove this ribbon cable, you're going to find this white plastic bar here. Reach under it with your fingernails, support it with the back side of your fingernails, and lift up on it. You don't want to put a bunch of pressure and yank it right off, so that's why I've done that. Just like that, the ribbon cable is separated. With the screen removed, we can now take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Phillips head screws. Some folks ask, why do we have to install this into the factory head unit when other systems might be able to just go through the wiring harness? And here's the answer. By installing it into the factory head unit, we can preserve factory-grade graphics. If you try to go just through the wiring harness, what these cheap companies are doing is it's a workaround, and it's basically having Apple CarPlay masquerade as a reverse camera. Not a great solution, and it's going to make the graphics significantly worse. So doing it the way we're doing it here will give you factory-grade Apple CarPlay. It's going to feel like something that truly came from the factory. With this last screw removed, we can take this bracket off here, and we'll begin the next step. We need to separate this ribbon cable as well. We'll lift up on the white bracket here. And slide it out. We'll now take the Hamilton upgrade kit and we will line it up onto the bottom of the factory head unit. So this is the side opposite from the Subaru sticker here. Flip this upside down, and I like to use some tape to hold this in place while I'm going to work on it. We'll turn it back around. You can see we have these two ribbon cables coming out of the Hamilton system, a shorter one and a longer one. You can see that it has a black side and a gold side. We'll spin it around with the gold side facing down towards the circuit board. We'll line up the tabs. And we'll insert it into place. You can see that this one is fully in when these tabs are flush against the plastic tabs. See that? There's no space here or here, and the black line is parallel to the mounting socket. We can now close that white bracket. I'll take this extra slack from the ribbon cable, I'll fold it in just like this. We'll take the bracket, we'll put the other longer ribbon cable through this main center hole in the bracket. We'll line the bracket back up onto the factory radio. There's a locator pin and locator tabs down here. We'll make sure all of these are in place, and we can put the 5 screws back in now. Some folks ask me, is it a problem that the ribbon cable is going through this flat slot here? The answer is no. This is precisely what ribbon cables are meant to do. They can go through very flat openings, so it's not going to be an issue at all. You're not going to damage the ribbon cable. Yeah. Put the screws back in here. We're now going to take this other ribbon cable, again black pointing towards the sky, the gold side down. We have tabs on either side here. Hand blocking. We'll take this other ribbon cable. Once again, we have the black going towards the sky, the gold towards the circuit board, and we'll line up the tabs on either side. When you've got the tabs, sometimes it's a bit of an angle. You have to go in on one side and then the other, and what we want to see is this to be fully flush. Black line parallel to the socket, fold it down. We can now pick up the radio. Line it up on the top and bottom sides. We'll let the tabs click back into place, and we will restore the 4 screws. We'll go ahead and put these 4 Phillips head screws back into place, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. You don't need to over tighten any of these screws. We're now going to reinstall the brackets. They're marked LH and RH, that means left hand and right hand, from the driver's position in the car. We will be putting the XM module back in, so you're not going to lose XM functionality, but we're not going to put it back in at this stage. So for right now, we're just going to put in these 4 Phillips head screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure the Hamilton bracket is lined up in a way that the screws will go through it. We will now do the other side. We can now take the Hamilton tape fully off. When we go to reinstall this in the vehicle, we will put the XM module in under here just like this, and it will be held in place by friction. If you would like to re-add tape, you can. There will be these little standoffs that'll keep it from rattling. I have never heard a complaint of a Hamilton system rattling. Let's go put it in the car. The wiring from here is going to be quite simple. We are basically going to reconnect everything from the factory radio back to this radio and the XM module, except for we have this one pigtail harness. This is going to plug into the primary power slot on the Hamilton box, and we're going to grab 2 wiring harnesses from the factory that are going to run through our harness before they go into the factory head unit. This is the wireless antenna for wireless CarPlay. It plugs onto the Hamilton box. It's very important that you do not forget this. Without it, CarPlay will work, but it will not work well. This is your accessory harness. We're going to ignore everything on here except for the USB port, and we'll route this USB port to a convenient location. This will be for charging your phone, for wired CarPlay, wired Android Auto, and also for updating the system if you ever need to via USB. Here's the thing, our system is going to automatically use your factory backup camera and microphone without the need for these, so you can ignore these harnesses. These are the DIP switches on the Hamilton box. These are going to come pre-configured. If you need to change them, we will put documentation in your box. Anytime you're ever going to change these DIP switches, you need to remove the main Hamilton power wire first. These will come pre-configured from us. Let's go ahead and put it in the car. We're going to begin by attaching 2 of the factory harnesses into the Hamilton pigtail. Now we can go ahead and connect all of these harnesses. We're going to go ahead and attach the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna first. Now we can pick up the unit. We'll start by plugging in the main Hamilton power harness, and then we will reconnect the rest of the harnesses. The only harnesses you could possibly mix up would be the gray, brown, and green at the bottom, but they are all color coded. So the gray will go in the gray slot, green, and brown and brown. Before we install it, we'll take the antenna, we'll place it back here. There's sticky tape on it if you want to secure it into place. You don't need to. I've never heard of a Hamilton system causing any sort of rattle. We're going to take this USB port from up top here. We'll drop it down the side of the center console. We'll pull it out right here. When you're not using it, you can simply tuck it under this piece of plastic. I've set the XM module under the Hamilton system. We can now line the factory radio back up around its locator tabs and put it into place. You can use some tape if you'd like before you do this to hold this XM in place. I'm going to let the climate control panel hold it in when we put it back. We can now reinstall the 4 Phillips head screws. Go ahead and reconnect the hazard lights. Then we'll take these and snap the vent assembly back into place. Next, we'll reconnect the climate control assembly. We'll line it up and snap it into place. We can now put 2 screws back in here And with those 2 screws back in, we'll take this trim panel, we'll line it up, and snap it into place. And that concludes our video in the Subaru Outback. Like I said at the beginning, we sell Hamilton upgrade kits for almost every model of Subaru. We also have Infiniti, and we specialize in Lexus and Toyota. Our systems are made with top-of-the-line components, and of course, they're backed by the 3-year Hamilton guarantee, which means a best-in-class warranty and North Carolina-based tech support that's here to take care of you. We'll see you in the next video.